Riding through the bayou, heading for the sky blue, back out on the trail again and again. Hiking and hunting and fishing the land, time is time well spent. We'll take you to the delta, down to the great wide shore. There's so much to see and do, Mississippi outdoors. Mississippi outdoors.
The great outdoors.
Mississippi Outdoors is brought to you in part by the Foundation for Wildlife, Fisheries, Parks, and Marine.
Welcome to Mississippi Outdoors. I'm Amanda Mills.
And I'm Kevin Meacham. Thanks for joining us.
In our first story, we're headed to Warren County.
The Outdoors crew is going crappie fishing at Eagle Lake.
Let's go.
Hey guys, Mississippi Outdoors is in Warren County this morning, and we're going crappie fishing at Eagle Lake with my buddy Robert Simmerl. We're still a few weeks away from spring, or official start of spring anyway, but it sounds like the fish don't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. The trees are budding, the fish have been biting, moving shallow, and by the looks of the parking lot this morning, if we ever get a chance to get in before dark, we won't catch a few.
Okay, well let's get out there and go try.
All right. We're gonna be kicking up mud, so.
After the water, the water stayed up. So there you go, look at there. Like a big female. Well, that started out pretty good. Hasn't been here 5 minutes yet, he's already got one. So 11 inches here.
Yep.
Over 11 inches. Over
11.
And 30 fish daily limit here.
Male.
Yep.
Pretty male fish, ain't it? Ain't got his tuxedo on?
Yep, he's turning dark. He's over 11 inches. Pretty little male, turning real dark. Like the males, the black and white crappie will turn during the spring.
Little Bobby Garland jig trailer.
Bright orange and chartreuse, is that
12 inches.
Is that your go-to, or?
No, I think right now it really don't matter, to tell you the truth, because I've been using a shad color and different people have been using the jig you're using, and I really don't think it matters, to tell you the truth.
Well, Robert, I guess we've known each other, what, at least about 15 years or so?
Yeah, or maybe longer, because I started my water control job in 2003, and I don't know if you were a biologist over this area or not.
Not yet.
So.
I came on after that, but I know when I was a fisheries biologist in this area, you and I communicated a lot, dealing with mainly water levels here at Eagle Lake and the operation of the control structure that you was just talking about. So we communicated at least twice a year, usually in the spring and then in the fall, didn't we?
Yeah, for sure. Department of Wildlife and Fisheries are responsible for operating the gate along with a representative from the Corps of Engineers.
Right.
So we've always had a great partnership operating the lake. Another male.
You know, we've been stocking bass and crappie here and bluegill for years.
Yeah.
There was a study, it's probably been 20 years ago, where we worked with Mississippi State, and recruitment of, the young fish wasn't as high as we would like it. We started stocking fish to kind of offset that, and it's made a difference here.
I believe it's another female. This one here is about 12 and a half.
Looks like we got a black crappie here. Look at you. Rusty, I think we're gonna have a show.
Don't do that.
Don't jinx it.
Another female, right in the top lip.
There we go. We might as well leave the lid on live well open. I'm not even gonna latch it back. Well, I'm wondering what's the water temperature running?
It's been in the upper 50s. I hadn't checked it in a day or two.
Oh, I'll let one go.
Come on and bring you up here to miss
There
him.
we go. Here we go. He came back for it. I don't even tell that's a male. No, he's over, but 11 3/4.
Towards the end of last week, they'd been in here early last week, and then like 2 weeks ago, they caught them in here shallow. And a little cold front pushed through, and for a day or two, it was kind of tough shallow, so they may have moved back out, but I don't know much about them like that, so.
A lot of interaction, mainly with water levels. You work with a water control structure
Yeah,
that department anyway.
That's right. I was responsible for all the rivers and reservoirs in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas, the majority of them. And Eagle Lake was one of them. Since it was so close to Vicksburg, there was always a lot of interest in it. So we always talked about water levels. People calling, complaining it was too high, too low. We tried to have it up to 76.9 anytime after the 1st of January, preferably before the March 1st.
Which for this reason, right?
That's correct.
We want to have water in these really shallow areas, because this is where the fish are coming to spawn, and after the fry got a place to hide in the bushes and grass.
We're less than 2 foot of water right here, so this was almost dry most of the winter time here.
At least we're not competing with anybody on spots. When we got to the parking lot, I figured we'd be waiting in line for every bush. It's a nice female. She is just over it, but I think we're gonna let her go. Look, you can see the full of eggs here. Let's go ahead and put her back and let her lay.
A lot of times I'll tip if I want to fish with a cork, I'll tip a minnow on my jig.
I've seen a lot of people do that.
Little male, I don't know.
When the bite gets tough.
He's 11 and a half. I guess he'll take a boat ride. Another male. The males turn black when they get up shallow like that right there. So. Up here in front of us, we have 2 legends up here fishing in front of us here. Like that's Trip Haydad in the front, one of the greatest bass fishermen in this part of the world.
I have depth.
He started bass fishing. He's so old, he started bass fishing. Bill Dance and Roland Martin, he used to room with him. That's how old he is. So he's the greatest bass fisherman ever lived. And the one behind him there in the orange, he's the greatest turkey hunter ever lived in this part of the country, Doc Jones. So we fishing around legends is all I can say.
You know, he had the store for
Yeah.
years there in
Oh, yeah.
Vicksburg, didn't he?
Yeah,
Well known.
he's a legend, man.
Made his own spinner baits, if I'm not mistaken.
Bass fishing gets bad enough that you got me out here doing this, you know it's terrible. You know any place you can catch a bass?
Me and Gordon caught a few at Bruin, but we didn't have but about 12 and a half pounds. Yeah, I've caught up to 20 and catch 8 or 10 every time, just about.
Yeah, hey, I got one too.
Oh, I didn't know. Smile for the camera, Doc. Go on, get him in, man.
They said we kept them all. What this is?
You got a good one in. You ain't playing. I thought you was playing.
I thought it was home for. Look at that.
Uh-oh. Keep him on this side. It's a grunnel. Get him on this
Oh, a
side.
drum. What we got?
It's a grunnel. I
Is it?
saw him, I think.
Catfish.
Catfish.
Channel cat.
Catfish by the keys.
Well, one did. He's gonna break my line trying to get him hooked.
The Catfish King.
My wife and I love to eat crappie.
Well, you need to figure out how many you want because
Yeah, I think.
before long we're gonna have a live well full. I got a good old female. That's a chunky one. This one is 12 3/4. Let's see what we got here. 1.41, so
All right, we're somewhere in between.
almost a pound and a half. Pretty little female.
That's a good fish.
A male. He's a male.
That is a good fish. We may have to weigh this one. What do you think?
Yeah, might as
That
well.
might
That's a good sized
pound and a
male.
half.
Yeah, because the other one I weighed a while ago was a female.
One 1.32. There we go. Couple more good fish.
Yeah,
Rob, we've had a great day.
we have. Really, really biting good this morning.
Been a lot of fun. Early March here at Eagle Lake. Fish are up shallow. We've caught both male and female. So this has really been great. Appreciate you taking Mississippi Outdoors out with you.
I enjoyed it. Had a good time this morning.
All right, see you outdoors.
In our next story, we're headed to the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
We're going after speckled trout with Southern Extreme Charters.
Right over there.
Nice trout.
It's that time. It's a box fish. Oh, close. Oh, that's a good one.
That's what we're looking for right there.
Perfect fish.
Hey, we're back down here at Bayou Caddy. We're going out with Southern Extreme Charters with Captain Brett Leitner. Brett, what are we gonna do today?
We're gonna catch some trout.
We're going trout fishing. You know, fishing with Brett, artificial only. We gotta get it done.
Let's go get them.
This morning we're gonna be using soft plastics once again. What are these little jig heads here, Brett?
Actually, it's XRS jig heads made Bay St. Louis, Mississippi.
Once you put it on, these grippers, the bait doesn't want to come off, does it?
It holds good.
What about this cork here?
It's a fish smack made Bay St. Louis, Mississippi too.
All right here, made on the Gulf Coast.
Yes, sir. That's a good sign, though. Next year, stock.
Yeah, but where are they gonna go? That's the thing. We raise the little ones. There's another reef right out over here, isn't there? There's supposed to be one between here and Elephant Pass.
Hey,
He's
makes
close.
the cut. Oh, he's good. He's fat, I know that.
He's 12 and a half.
Yeah, there you go. I think this one makes the cut, too. He swallowed that one. 12 and a half. We ain't going home empty-handed anyway.
Enough for a sandwich.
'Cause I don't think we will, I don't know how long
Ooh, that, right off the front of the boat. I mean, right there.
there's a bunch of fish in here.
It'll make, I mean, we're 10 feet off the front of the boat right here.
Oh, this is a good fish here. That's good.
He's
No?
just short.
This one makes it, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Where was he at?
Straight out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm uh-oh-ing too. Ruh-roh. I know I got a catfish.
Oh, it's a foul hook catfish.
Tail wrapped, huh?
Yeah, no, he's hooked in the tail, I think.
Cute. I like to know where that water's breaking right there on that island.
Water out is pretty, man. I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Redfish?
Pretty sure.
Cool, that's a good one too. 35 inches, huh?
Oh, at least.
I know guys will drive 800 miles to come catch that. All right, Brett, here you go. Hand me your rod.
Huh?
Hand me your rod. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you wanted me to pick this big heavy thing up. I was like, here, Brett. 20, at least 20-pound fish.
All them pelicans coming off them pokey boats.
Full as a tick on a fat dog's back.
Makes it?
Right towards that pokey boat on the right over there.
Nice trout.
See the last pokey boat? Go right towards it. I know he's gonna make. Ooh, this one hit it reeling it in. That's a box fish. Oh, close. Ooh, that's a good one.
That's what we're looking for right there.
Perfect fish.
That's what we're looking for. You had one on, huh?
Yeah. You're slow reeling it and they hitting it better.
That might make the cut. Oh yeah, he makes the cut.
Make the traveling team. I wonder if we jig them, Brett. Jigging them, they might be on the bottom, huh?
You can try it. Hello. Anything to him?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Box fish here.
Let me see.
Most certainly.
Almost 13. Let me measure him. I don't think he's big enough. He's fat
He's
though.
right at 12.
The last two I threw away was right at 12. Oh, he's 12 and almost 12, 3/4.
Oh yeah, a little better. box fish. Oh, he's soccer trout. She said, my hand getting numb with catching fish, baby. Nice, good fish, good fish. So he's making a traveling team.
And a half. God, look, right here.
Well, he's nailing it right off the bat. Oh, that's going in. Oh, yeah. Oh.
That's a rider.
Getting some stink down in there, Brett. Got the Warstech cooler today.
I don't think me and you's ever had a bad trip, huh?
Nope.
Shrimp jumping right there behind the boat.
Good fish, too. I don't think he's gonna make it. What you said? Oh, the big one's over to the right more? Okay.
The trout whisperer.
And he got smaller. That was a line trout. You ever seen a line trout lake? Tell me the big ones were to the right. He was line. Like a line coon dog. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, that's what I just said. He was line. Oh, they back to the left? Okay.
Man, I love these jig heads, Todd.
They work pretty good, don't they?
I mean, you look at these baits are chewed up and they still staying on.
So Brett, what are these lures you putting on here for me?
They call it a golden croaker, made by the same company that makes these corks and jig heads. This is actually an old Deadly Dudley color that was discontinued. And the guy that owns this company talked him into remanufacturing them, and he's the only one that distributes these. It's a bait I fished with 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
You know, it seems to be doing the trick for us this morning. They're loving it. Look.
As soon as it hit the water. That looked like a rider. Looked like a rider too.
Yeah. I mean, right there on the side of that foam. Right at 10 feet in front of us. Nice rider. When he says rider, it means he's riding home with us.
Good trout here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, beautiful fish. Oh, that's what we after right there, bud.
Beautiful. When a bigger trout shake the head, I like to hear the drag go out just a little bit. Tick, 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 tick. Look at that trout.
You got ultraviolet or the croaker?
Golden croaker.
Golden croaker. Come on there, you big son of a gun. Tell you what you got right there. Oh.
Beautiful.
That's a good feeling right there. I was swimming that one up high and he hit it. Yeah, he was up high that time. Nice trout. As soon as it hit the water, I started reeling it.
Give me.
Open it, open it. I mean, heck yeah, he's a trout.
Is it that big?
I'm telling you. Oh. Folks, we have had a wonderful day here today. I gotta thank you for a wonderful day today, my brother.
Always a pleasure.
Every time I go up Red Island, we have a good trip. We catch some beautiful, nice trout. We got a nice box of fish, have a good time, Hey.
I think you ought to go get at least one more.
One more?
One more.
Yeah, but you can only see action like this on what? Mississippi Outdoors.
That's right.
These 20-pound fish.
Hey, that's all the time we have for this week. Thanks for sharing your time with us as we continue to take part in this great sport of hunting and fishing right here in Mississippi.
Join us again next time for more exciting adventures. Until then, I'm Amanda Mills.
And I'm Kevin Meacham.
See you outdoors.
Riding through the bayou, heading for the sky blue, back out on the trail again and again. Hiking and hunting and fishing the land, time is time well spent. We'll take you to the delta, down to the great wide shore. There's so much to see and do, Mississippi outdoors. Mississippi outdoors.
The great outdoors.